It's week 2 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' sure-handed wide receiver. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Lions and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
Historic Lambeau Field, fittingly. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Throwing to start the drive. Meadows finding his target. It's Trey McBride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The numbers for Jones last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. It was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Looking to throw on second down. Meadows. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
On third down, Meadows. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works free. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Meadows over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey McBride, the target on that throw. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Meadows. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 16 carries, 95 yards.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. They expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this will be quite a start for them if they can win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. There's Chris Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sharp. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Sharp. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. From the gun, a run for Hill. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Meadows. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Pratt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one taken in by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pratt. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. A dump off now to Hill. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A minute 50 to go here in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pratt. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a long stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. That's Sharp. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. Everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Oh, what a move. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Now this is fielded in the end zone. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go up top again. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Olave over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Isaiah Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Meadows buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here come the Lions now. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. They begin the drive with Hill. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off.
He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Sharp. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Sharp. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A give up the gut to Hill. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
2nd and 3. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pratt. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From a yard out. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Packers down 21-14, 2:23 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Meadows. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now this throw caught left side, finding room at midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meadows. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and... On a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
First down now, but that clock rolling. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Michael. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And
he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. An inside give to Jones. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 11 now. They'll go again to Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, But what a game all the way through.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.